Good day, good day, good day. We did the show in the morning, but unfortunately, we had some technical hiccups. This is TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe, and then, as I say, I did the show together with Pete and Thabiso, but we seem not to be unable to trace the recording. So, yeah, but the show was all about, I think, what is hot these days or today. I'm sure you have seen that Safa or Bafana Bafana, they've been docked 3 points by FIFA. And then we know that Safa has decided that they're going to lodge an appeal because they have 10 days to appeal the matter. All right. The grounds they are using for an appeal, uh, they say it was a one man, it was one man panel. We know that normally a panel is comprised of either three people or so on. I'm sure you see during the commissions, as you see, the commission is running now. What about three judges sitting there? But apparently Safa using one person. It gives a very good grounds. I mean, one person, if you're one person, what about the subjectivity there? And then sometimes it's good when to have three. Three because it's an odd number. You have two. If two agree, there will always be one disagreeing. Okay? So that's very, very important. So they're using that as a ground to challenge this. But at the same time, we need to look at our house, and I appreciate that Dr. Jani Dodan has appealed, or Safa has appealed, that we should rally behind the squad or Bafana Bafana. They'll look into this matter after the qualifications. It makes a lot of sense to me, but maybe you'll have a different view. You say, no, this is urgent. They must attend to it with immediate effect. But attending it with immediate effect, it will require them to, stop whatever that they're doing. So the appeal strategy, I think it's a good one. Let them appeal. Let Bafana Bafana continue and play their games, and then we see whether are we not going to win our games. Because at the end of the day, we need to win our games. It has nothing to do with the fact that we lost, although we are not happy the way it has been done. But at the end of the day, we still have to win our games. That's very important. Now, there are many arguments that can be bring to fore, or that can be brought to fore, to say why this, because Lesotho did not lodge an appeal. I mean, they could not lodge an appeal on time. So on the basis of that, maybe they should have allowed us to continue. But if my memory serves me well, it was done with Nigeria at some point. There were docked points. So now why can't it be done to us? As much as we are not happy that points have been docked from us. So yeah, those are some of the things that we need to look at. Yeah, and then as you can see there, here is the ruling, but I see that some people are starting, this is the FIFA ruling, as you can see there on the screen. Some people are starting to try to apportion blame. And then, yes, somebody must take the responsibility. And then on social media or Facebook, I saw that they are isolating this old man, Vincent Tsoka, that he's the team manager. He should fall on his sword. But they cannot just do it haphazardly like that. They need to have a proper proceedings and so on and check. But as I was listening to some of the people in terms of their arguments, you know, Sinong, who used to be a guy with Bafana Bafana, technical staff, he was arguing that this is a responsibility for a technical team, for everybody. Because the technical team, they have experts there who are taking statistics, who are, compiling a report. As they compile their report, they should have picked up that Tebogo has more than one yellow card. And then started to caution. But I think those are some of the issues that they will look when they come back to say, where did we go wrong? What should be done? Yeah, on the basis of that, yeah, I think we need to look at it and then support Bafana now. We need to win in the field of play. And guess what? Our win in the field of play should be convincingly. We should not win like with one goal. We should win convincingly. We should make sure that we score more goals, because in this case, we'll definitely need more goals for this event. So if we don't score goals, then we'll be in problem. So those are some of the things that we are checking and see whether we'll be able to make progress. Yeah, but I think it's a question of us rallying behind Bafana Bafana. If you look at the log in terms of qualification, remember only one team qualifies. We are now number 2 after Benin. We all have 14 points. And then, yeah, and then we are playing on the 6th. We are playing Zimbabwe. So we need to, 6th of October, we need to make sure that we win that game convincingly. We score many goals. But mind you, Zimbabwe won't be like waiting for us to score. And then there's also another game against Rwanda on the 13th of October. So this is going to make the job very difficult. Unless Benin, we win our games and then Benin lose one of their games, or Benin play one draw, but we don't know. But I don't know. What about the potential of corruption here? If I look at the distance, because you play South Africa, you play Zimbabwe, and you know very well that you need more goals. So will not that tempt the officials to talk to Zimbabwe and say, let us the goal go in? I'm just throwing it in, but we will watch the space very closely and see what's going to happen. So those are some of the things that we need to look at. But I think it's high time that Safa, they need to put their house in order, especially those people who are responsible for those kind of responsibilities. Maybe one of the things that we need to look at is maybe Safa need to give us the job description of people who are there in Safa. Make it public, because remember, Safa, they are like SABC. They are a public institution. They are accountable to us as the public. If we know who does what, then we'll be able to understand, because as the public, we'll be able to keep them on their toes. But nevertheless, we wish them good luck going forward. Yeah, to qualify. We really, really want them to qualify. And then, but don't forget, we have Champions League tonight. The big one is tomorrow, PSG and PSG and PSG and Barcelona. So I'll watch that one very closely, because I think they may say there's no rival, but I think there's a rival there. We know that the owner of PSG at some point was the chairman, or was one of the people involved at Barcelona, and Qatar was a sponsor of Barcelona for a very long time. And then apparently, according to him, when he left, he didn't left well. And I'm sure he wants to prove a point to Barcelona. And remember, the Neymar saga also caused the friction. The Neymar saga also caused the friction. Not only that, the Barcelona fans, they are Messi fans. They love Messi. And I don't think they were happy the way Messi was treated in France. So there is some hidden rivalry, you know. So it's a very good game to watch. And then it's Dembele versus Lamine Yamal. Remember they were 1 and 2 at the Ballon d'Or. So it's a very nice game to watch. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, as I said, we had technical issues, but nevertheless, the beat goes on. Yes, Pete. So Barcelona, PSG, it's a game of revenge.
Yeah, I think so, eh? Yeah. So tomorrow night, as we say, Barcelona PSG, 9 o'clock, very tasty game, I would say that one. And
Mm,
also Villarreal versus Juventus, I think might be a good one. But as you know, being a Man City man, I'm going to be watching Monaco Man City.
yeah, yeah.
So
Where they play?
that's a big bet.
Where they play?
Monaco.
Monaco. Yeah.
They're away to Monaco, so Monaco are the home team.
Monaco at the home team. But they
That's
should
correct.
win. They should win that game because
They should, yes.
it will boost their morale. Monaco is not a threat. I'll watch the
Well,
Barcelona one because why I'm saying that, um, you know, I'm sure there is a not good vibe between the two teams. Remember, Salif was at Barcelona. He didn't go well there. There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot. I think the fans are not happy the way Messi was treated there. You know how they
mm,
see Messi there at Barcelona. It might not be like that at the face value, but I think there's a huge tension between the two. So
yeah,
it's going to
I
be
think that's
very
a good game.
interesting. Yeah, it's going to
I
be
think
very interesting.
that'll be a good game to watch, I think.
And it doesn't stop there. It's Mbappe. I mean, it's Lamine Yamal and Dembele. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be. It's very
yeah,
tasty. It's very tasty. We're gonna look
I
and
think
watch
so.
and see what's gonna happen. But I wish you good luck with Monaco. You're saying you're worried about Monaco.
No, we shouldn't be really.
Mm,
But
mm,
you know, in theory, I mean, they're not there because they're a bad team. They're there
mhm,
because they're, a good team. That's
mm,
why you play
mm,
in the Champions League. So
You can say
there's
it
always that
again.
home factor. There's always that
Mm,
home factor.
mm,
But
mm.
in theory, we should be winning that.
I fully agree with you there. You should win that game. I was thinking about a team like Olympiacos. What are they doing? The guys, they qualify all the time, but they go nowhere. The Greece
Yeah, yeah.
football is not growing. It's like
No,
Portuguese, but Portuguese, they're trying. I think they once won the Champions League not long, if I'm not mistaken.
that would be Benfica probably, yeah? Or was
Yeah,
it
you've got
Porto?
Benfica and Porto.
There's
Those are
another one, I
the
can't remember the name now, yeah. But those are the top two big ones, yeah.
yeah. But you know what? They also want to catch up. Let's allow them to catch up.
Mhm.
Now, look, as you were saying, yeah, it's true that we lost to France. We lost to France 2-1. I'll show
A
you
little bit
now.
bigger.
This one is the lock,
Yeah.
which is having a lot of impact. Can you see it?
Hmm.
All right, as long as you can see it, I don't see it. I have eyesight problem. Let's see whether
But
this will help.
this one here is the
Okay,
World Cup qualification
yeah,
for Bafana Bafana, not the under 21s.
yeah, for Bafana Bafana, yeah.
Yeah,
Remember, I didn't share the log earlier on, so I was
sure.
just sharing for the. And I must say, I must qualify this. I got this from SABC Sport, and then so that's their footage. So I just took it from there. So I need to credit them
Mm.
for the job well done. Yeah, I'll share that one of the what do you call the under 20. Well, they lost 2-1 to France. France are like the big boys in football.
And rugby.
Yeah, and rugby, yes, yeah. So maybe yeah, we'll watch the space. Thabiki, I was just sharing the log, and then yeah, we're talking about Champions League. You have missed out a lot. Peter was waiting for the Man City United is going to watch the Man City United, and then Barcelona is playing PSG tomorrow. And then I don't know what's your take. Which one are you going to watch? You, Thabiki, specifically?
I'll probably watch Barcelona versus PSG last year's semi-final. I mean, quarterfinal actually, because I remember, I think Arsenal played Manchester City in the semi-final. I mean, they played PSG in the semi-final, and they beat also Barcelona on the way to winning the Champions League. So I'm going to watch that one, but I still think PSG will still be strong for Barcelona. PSG are really strong. Remember, they are the Club World Cup champions, so yeah, I mean, they lost to Chelsea.
Finalists,
yeah. Chelsea is strong. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, and then PSG, they are still strong. Hey? Yeah. Most of their players are still there, but then I'll probably watch Barcelona and and maybe if Arsenal is still there, I'll probably watch Arsenal and
no doubt I'll watch Barcelona. No doubt I'll watch that one. It's a very nice one, very interesting. I'll check even Pete on the other side and see what's happening with them and so on. Yeah, you're saying Thabiki? Sorry, I cut you short.
No. I'm done.
Oh, yeah, done. Yeah, I'll watch Barcelona. It's a very interesting game. And then we want to see what's going to happen. But Man City, I've got a soft spot for Guardiola. Why not? I'll always check what's happening with them. I want them to continue till, even if they win it, it's okay. For the sake of Pete and Pep. Yeah. Guys, before I go to the message special, that I'll be going there quickly. We play draw. When I say we, I'm saying Inter Miami now. I'm an Inter now. We played 1-1, and then the race for the title it's gone. We are playing to be position 2. That's what is happening. And then not only position 2. So yeah, we are going to position 2, but we have qualified for the Shields Cup. And then we are watching. When it comes to MVP, Messi has taken it. Clear cut. There's no one coming close. I'll show you the statistics. Maybe I'll show that in the next show. Look, this guy, man, he had an opportunity to score hat-trick twice in one game. Then he gave a young man a penalty, whom is struggling. And he was on 2 goals. Another penalty, he gave it to Suarez. This guy is so amazing, man. And some people are saying, not Ronaldo, not Mbappe. You wouldn't get it if they were close to hat-trick, and then they were going to make sure that no, they scored those hat-trick. What's your take about that? Oh, we'll talk about that when you talk the message special. In the meantime, let me share the books. I always share the books. We talk about education. Here's one Entrepreneur Awakening with a Drive by Nom Samarsburger. You can get it from us only. Here's another one by Darlene Small. This one is How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. Dr. Darlene Small is an economist. And then here's another one, Secrets for Becoming Rich, which was my first title, and this is the second edition. All these books, you'll get them from us only. And then this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. And then, it's a journey. And then here's another one, How I Turned 500 Rand into a $1 million business. you can do the same. So yeah, those are the books that you can get from us. I don't know whether did I share that one? Did I share that one?
Yeah.
I hope I shared. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what's your take? Do you think Bafana Bafana? Okay, where are we now? Stop sharing. Yeah, so we'll watch the space. They've lost under 21, 2-1. So they have now a mountain to climb now. We are in the World Cup qualifier. But the good thing, that I want to mention, we've never, I don't know, we've never qualified for the Club World Cup under 20. Thabiki, I don't think we have qualified. Just check whether have we qualified. If we have qualified for World Cup, yeah?
We have played. I think we have qualified before. We have qualified before.
Oh, okay, that's good. Then
yes.
we keep the momentum. In other words, we are doing well.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong. But I want to hear people out there. Are you happy that Safa is taking this matter to appeal? What should Safa do? Remember, we need not to be seen to be supporting Safa, you know. And then, but at the same time, at this point in time, they need our support. Yeah, that's when they need our support. They've wrote an appeal. So when we start punting holes, but nevertheless, I'm not gonna stop you to say no. Don't say this. Don't say that. I believe that people should say their opinion. What's your take about that, Pete? Because opinion enriches some of us. Sometimes you don't see it. And then a person brings a point that makes you you see that no, this is good. It looks like time is against me. I don't think I'll do the message special today. But thanks for your time, guys. I really appreciate. Unless there's something that you want to share, nothing. Okay. The last section of your talk, Thabiki, the sound was clear. I think that position, earmark that position. I can't hear you because you've closed the mic. Earmark that position.
Yeah, next time
it has gone
come
back.
Saturday.
It has gone back.
Come Saturday.
Okay, all right. But check it.
Yeah.
It was now starting to blare again. I don't know what was the story.
Okay. Yeah, it's outside. There's Enyan outside. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much. Yeah. And we are appealing to all of you guys. Continue to subscribe and comment. Tell us, are we doing good or want us to do something different and so on. And then I see that the Players Union, they're rubbishing Junior Kanye. They are rough on him. I don't know whether you agree to that. Junior Kanye is hard on they say he supports Sundowns and all that. I don't blame him. You know, I don't consider it on negativity. I believe that he has an opinion. He has an opinion.
All that situation that's happening between him and the union, I think it's necessary. So for me, I'm enjoying it. As long as nobody's getting hurt, you know, nobody's losing their job. It's necessary. It must happen. Junior Kanye sometimes is necessary. Sometimes he hurts some of us, but he's also necessary because he's a straight talker.
I know Chiefs fans, you don't like.
We love them.
Chiefs fans, they don't like you. They hate you. You know? But not all of them. There are those who have a different opinion. But guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, Pete, what do you want to say? Do you agree to this?
Yeah, I do. He must speak his mind. And we all must speak our mind. I think that's right.
Let's allow him to talk. Let's allow. Why you get worried? Why don't you put your position? So we see who has a better argument. You know, but now if you bash him, now you're taking us to apartheid again, in football. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Bye-bye.
Bye.
As I said, we had a little bit hiccup. And then once you have a hiccup, it will impact on other things that are happening. So we normally do the books right in the middle of the show. But due to this, we had to do it towards the end. And then the books and the message special. And now you know that we are a financial company, and we always encourage people to educate themselves, read as much as they can. There are books out there that you can lay your hands on and read about money. Now, the first one is this. That's the first book that I wrote. It's called Secrets for Becoming Rich. This is the second edition, and then there is also the first edition. So you can get a copy for yourself, and then learn from the book. And yeah, then the other book is this one by Nomsa Masbugo from Emma Lahleni, a very well-grounded business lady, works very hard, very focused, and then yeah, she's running a number of business, and then yeah, myself and Nomsa come a long way. If I'm not mistaken, around about 2011, when she listened to me on SAFM, and then she kept contact. We've been in contact ever since, and she's doing exceptionally well. And then the other one is this: how to get out of bad debts, use other people's money and resources to get rich. Because you use other people's money and resources to get rich, you don't use your money. So if you really, really want to make it. And then the other one is this one by Dr. Darlene Small, an economist by profession, worked for Reserve Bank for 33 years, as advisor to the governors of the Reserve Bank. And the last person that she advised was the late Mr. Tito Mboweni, may his soul rest in peace. So this is the book that she wrote, How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. So get a copy, learn. It would be nice to learn from somebody who's from the Reserve Bank, and just understand how does she sees things. Okay, here's another one. This is the second book. It's called How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. You can do the same. That's my belief. If one person can do it, anybody can do it. And then I learn from other books as you can. If you go through the book, you'll see that I'm drawing experiences from various people. And then, so that's how I learned. And then I try to practice. Remember, you don't just learn, you learn and practice, learn and practice. All right. So, yeah, so that's how. Now, if you want to get a copy, don't hesitate to give us a shout and say, I would love to have a book. And then the other thing that I want to indicate is we also have a membership club, which is a mentoring program. If you want to be mentored in terms of finance and business, and don't hesitate to give us a shout. And then we can see how can we assist. All right. You know that all the time, there's always the message special. I also do this one well early in the whole thing, but this time it's right towards the end. As I said, we had our own challenges in terms of technical issues, and then yeah. So now I want to share some of the things. Let me see here. What do I have? The message special. Just a minute. Okay, 30 September. Then let's see. So we know that as we speak now, Messi, when it comes to the contender for MVP, the most valuable player in MLS, he's leading. He's leading as we speak. And then this man is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He always, break records after records. And then they played 1-1 on Sunday. I think it was on Sunday. So which means they don't have a chance to win the league. They won't win the league, but they still have a chance to play for the Shields Cup. Right. Now, Lionel Messi, and then I know that we always compare him with people like Ronaldo, but look here. This man has 64 goals and 30 assists. Let me see, which year is this? That was in 20. Okay, I don't see which year was this. Oh, these are Inter Miami players. So Messi's got 64 goals and 30 assists. He's followed by Suarez with 28 goals, 38 goals, 28 assists, and 12 goals. That's Jordi Alba, and 26 assists. And then Busquets. Remember that Busquets has just retired. The chapter is now closed. And then so he decided Busquets has 1 goal and 16 assists. Well, that is his strong point, 15 assists. And then you also have De Paul. De Paul has 1 goal and 5 assists. Yeah, so that's the story of Messi in MLS. Now, these are some of the things that have been happening down there. He has made history by becoming the first player in LMS history to record at least 36 goals contribution in succession season. The Argentinian superstar scored 2 goals and provided an assist, bringing the total to 37 goal contribution this season. So this was the game prior to the game that they played on Sunday. And then Sunday, as I said, they played 1-1. So yeah, but when it comes to MVP, he's way above. He's leading the pack. So he's I think that one he will win. But you know that how Messi is. Messi always appreciate what you call the collective glory as compared to an individual glory. So yeah, that's the Messi special that I wanted to share for you because we'll continue to do this. We don't know. He has signed a 4-year contract. We'll watch the space with Inter Miami. Now, the 4-year contract, what does that mean? Is he going to play the next World Cup apart from 2026? We'll watch the space. But from the look of things, the 2026 will be the last one. I was reading one of the players said, this guy defies the age. He's something else. There's no like slowing down. At 38, he's still doing what he does. And he's like, he's 20 years. Okay? Right. So, people, please continue to subscribe and like. And now let's talk and then tell us what you think. And then what's your opinion about this issue of Safa? But we need to rally Bafana Bafana and Safa, and then we win our games. But we need goals. We need more goals. Or maybe like Lady Luck be on our side, Benin lose or play draw. All right. So we wish that. So I hope you also wish the same thing as much as I do. I thank you so much, and then we look forward to the next show. I thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025, and then you're asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years, and then now you are contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive, you're worried about your pension, and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing, you need to think about how can you save the little that you have in terms of how do you avoid penalties? Because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution or the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. And then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.